Good morning, Year 4. Today is Tuesday, the 2nd of February 2021, and we are looking at problem solving using multiplication. So the methods that we have previously learnt over this unit, you'll be using them to help solve problems, such as worded problems. Okay, so in our Discover section today, we have information. We have a school, so that tells us that there are going to be children. We have a trip to Bolton Towers that says 56 people per coach. And we have an adventure park for 60 people per coach. And the question is, how many people are going to Bolton Towers? Right, so if we assume that all the 56 people are going per coach, then how many coaches do we have? We have 3. 1, 2, 3. And one of the ways that we can represent this is by using a bar model. So I wonder if you could think about how to represent this as a bar model. So I know there's got to be 3 equal lots. So forgive my wobbly lines. Imagine that that is a straight bar. So I know there needs to be 3 equal lots of 56. So if you imagine there are 56 children or people on each bus. So then, based on that, what type of problem are you solving? Is it a division or a multiplication? Well, I'm hoping that all of you are going, well, Miss Howard, it's 3 lots of 56, which I know, because of my maths vocabulary, is 3 times 56, or 56 multiplied by 3. And how would we work that out? I know you're all sat there thinking, well, we would use the column multiplication method that we've been using for the past few days. So I'll start to write that out properly. 56 multiplied by 3. So now our 3 times table knowledge really comes in handy. Do my equal sign. So first things first then, I always begin again with my ones. So I have 3 multiplied by 6, or 6 times 3, depending on which one I feel stronger in. Well, if I do my 6s, 6, 12, 18. 3 times 6 is 18. So I have my 8 in my ones column and my 10 underneath in my tens column. I then move on to my ones, so my 1 times by my 10 multiplied by my 10. Now my 10 is 50, which is 5 tens. So I can do 3 multiplied by 5, which I know is 15, which I also know is 150 because I'm actually doing 50 times by 3. And then I add in my 10, which makes it 160. So altogether, there are 168 people going to Bolton Towers. Right, then question B, 1B. How many people are going on a trip today? Right, so now I need to work out how many people are going to the adventure park. So I know that there are 60 people per bus. How many buses do I have that are headed towards the adventure park? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and easy. So I have 60 multiplied by 4. Well, let's break that down. Do I need to do a column multiplication for 60 multiplied by 4? I don't think I do, because I think I can just use my times table knowledge here. So if I do 6 multiplied by 4, just like I did the 5 times 3, even though it's 50 times 3, if I do 6 multiplied by 4, I know that that is 24. But I'm not doing 6 multiplied by 4, I'm doing 60 multiplied by 4. So I know that I need to times that number by 10, which makes it 210. 140 because I've moved my 2 and my 4 one place to the left and added my placeholder as the 0. Right, now, have I solved that problem there? Not quite, because it says how many people are going on a trip today, not how many people are going to the adventure park. So I need to work out how many people are going from Bolton Towers and the adventure park. So my first answer is 168. That's how many people are going to Bolton Towers. And I'm going to add these up using, you guessed it, the column addition. So I have 168, add 240. And again, I must always start with my ones, just in case there is an exchange. So I have 8 plus 0, which I know is 8. I then have 60 plus 40, which I know is 100, which means that I have no tens and I have my 1 in my hundreds column. Then I have 100 add 200, which is 300, and then I need to add my extra 100 in to make it 400. So how many people are going on a trip today? 408. Okay, and then here it shows you exactly what we've just done on the previous page. So it shows you the bar model, which is the 3 lots of 56. It shows you the multiplication that we've just done. Sorry about that. And then it does show you the bar model for working out how many people went all together on a trip, which you could do if that makes it easier for you, if it makes it easier for you to see the bar model, or you can do what we did on the screen previously, which might make it slightly easier. Right, now it's our think together. So in another school, there are 9 coaches going on a trip. There are 4 coaches going to Bolton Towers, and there are 5 coaches going to Adventure Park. So how many people in total are going on a trip? So first of all, we're going to work out how many people are going to Bolton Towers. And I know that because it says multiplied by 4, and we have 4 buses going to Bolton Towers here. And there are 48 per coach, so 48 people per bus. So I know that I've got to do 48 multiplied by 4, which again I'm going to do using the column multiplication method. You could also do this by doubling it and doubling it again if you are feeling confident with that. But for now, we'll do it this way. So I'm going to start with my ones. 4 multiplied by 8, or 8 times 4, which, you guessed it, is 32. So I have 2 in my ones column and 3 in my tens column. I'm then going to do 4 multiplied by 40, or 4 times 4 to make it easier, which I know is 16. And then I know it's 160 because I multiplied by 10. 160 add 30 is 192. So I know we've got 192 going to Bolton Towers. 192. Please forgive my writing, it's really hard. Right, then, how many people are going to the adventure park? Well, I have 5 buses there, which is my multiplication by 5 there. And I know that there are 45 people per coach. So I do 45 multiplied by 5, which again we can do in our column multiplication method. So 45 multiplied by 5, our equal sign. I'm so sorry that these aren't straight. I start with my 1, so I have 5 multiplied by 5. 5 times 5 is 25. So my 5 goes in my 1s and my 20, my 2 for my 20 goes in my 10s. Then I have 5 multiplied by 4, which I know is 20, or 200 because it's 40 multiplied by 5. Add the 20 is 225. So I've got 225 people going to the adventure park. Right, then to solve my problem of how many people in total are going on a trip, I need to add these two answers up. So I have 192 add 225. So again, I can use my column addition to solve this problem if I'm not feeling confident enough to do that in my head. So I have 192 plus 225, and then my equal sign. And again, I must always start at my ones. So I have 2 plus 5 equals 7. 90 plus 20 is 110. Then I have 100 add 200 is 300. Add my 100 in makes it 400. So altogether, 417 people are going on a trip. And then the last question, question number 2 on this slide, it says on a school trip, 117 children are going ice skating and 136 children are going bowling. What is the difference between the total cost of the bowling trip and the ice skating trip? Right, so first of all, then we need to work out how much it's going to cost for each child. So it says 117 children are going ice skating. Right, how much does it cost for each child to go ice skating? It is £9 per child. So my first sum is 117 multiplied by 9, so times 9. And again, I start at my ones. 9 times 7 is 63. So I put my 6 underneath in my tens column, and my 3 goes in my ones column. 9 multiplied by 10 is 90. 90 add 60 is 150. So I have my 50 there, my 5 for my 50, and my 100 underneath. Then I have 9 times 1 again, 9 times 100, which is 900. 9 times 1 is 9, so 9 times 100 is 900. Add my 100, and that is 1053. And then I look at my next question, because we need to answer that. So there are 136 children going bowling, and it costs us £7 each. So I then would do 136 multiplied by 7. 6 times 7, Mrs. Bailey's favourite, is 42. So my 2 goes in my ones column, and my 40, goodness me, goes underneath. Then I'm doing 2 multiplied by 30, or 30 times 2, which I know is 60. 60 add 40 is 100. So I have 0 in the tens column and then 100 in the 100 column. Then I have 2 multiplied by 100. 100 times 2 is 200. Add my 100 in, makes it 302. And I've just realised that that's supposed to be a 7. Oh, Miss Howard, that's really terrible. Please forgive me, everybody. That's why it's so very important for you to be really neat when you're writing this. Okay, we'll very quickly start again there. So we've got 136 multiplied by 7 equals. So I've got 6 times 7, which we said is Mrs. Bailey's favourite, which is 42. We've then got 7 multiplied by 30, which is 210. Add in the 40 is 250. So I put my 200 underneath. Then I've got 7 times 100, or 100 times 7, which is 700. Add my 200 equals 900. So I have 952. And then I have to figure out the difference between 1053 and 952. And by the difference, I don't mean that one has a 9 in it and one has a 1 in it, and the other has a 3 and that has a 2. That's not what I mean at all. I mean the difference, as in how many numbers are in between in between the two numbers there. Okay, and to do that, I can do a subtraction. So as always with the subtraction, the largest number has to go at the top. So I've got 153 subtract 952. Now, some of you may be able to look at that and go, oh, I can do that in my head. Brilliant. If not, use the column method. So I always start with my ones again in case there's an exchange. So I've got 3 take away 2, which I know is 1. 5 take away 5, or 50 take away 50 is 0, so there's 0 tens. And then I have 0 take away 900, which I cannot do, so I've got to exchange from that column. So that then becomes the 0, and that becomes the 1000. Or you could just look at it as 1000 and not have to do the exchange. But I know 1000 take away 900 is 100. So the difference between the total cost of the bowling trip and the ice skating trip equals £101. Okay? Right, then the final question, the challenge. A theatre has 385 tickets available for a play. Tickets cost £6 each. A school wants to send 7 coaches with 48 people on each coach. How many tickets will be available after the school has bought all the tickets they need? First of all, we need to work out how many tickets the school actually needs. So if I read the question, a school wants to send 7 coaches with 48 people. So that means I need to work out how many they want to send. So I've got 7 coaches with 48 people on each coach. So I need to do my multiplication. So I've got 48 multiplied by 7. Make sure that looks like a 7 this time. So 8 times 7, because we always start with our ones, is 56. So I have a 6 in my ones column and my 5 for my 50 underneath in my tens. Then I have 7 multiplied by 40. Well, 7 times 4 is 28, so 7 times 40 is 280. 280 add 50 is 330. So I've got 3 tens and 3 hundreds. Right, then it says, how many tickets will be available after the school has bought all of the tickets that they need? So they need 336. Well, I've got 385 available. So I need to do 385 take away 336, because you've got to imagine the school has bought all of those tickets. Right, so 5 take away 6, because I always start at my ones in case there's an exchange. Oh, and look at that. Can I do 5 take away 6? No, I can't, so I need to exchange. So now I have 15 take away 6, because I've borrowed a 10 from the tens column. 15 take away 6 equals 9. Right, then I have 70 take away 30, which if you do 7 take away 3, you know is 4, so 70 take away 30 is 40. And then I have 300 take away 300 is no hundreds. So they will have 49 tickets after they've bought all the ones that they need. And then it says B. What is the total cost of sending everyone to see the play? So we need to go back up here to the top of my information. The theatre has 385 tickets for a play. Tickets cost £6 each. Now, we know that the school wants to send 336 people because we've just worked that out. So we need to do 336 multiplied by 6, because that's how many people we know are going to see the play, and that's how much each tickets cost. So again, we start at our ones. We have 6 multiplied by 6. 6 sixes are 36. So I have a 6 in my ones column and a 3 in my tens column. Then I'm going to do 6 multiplied by 30. Well, 6 times 3 is 18. So 6 multiplied by 30 is 180. 180 add 30 is 210. So I have 200 in my hundreds column and my 10 in my tens column. Then I do 6 multiplied by 3 again, which is 18, but it's actually 6 multiplied by 300, so it's 1,800. 1,800 add 200, number bond, I can see it, is 2,000. So I have no hundreds and I have 2 in my thousands. So it will cost them 2,000, oh goodness me, and £16 altogether to send that many people. I hope that has helped you with your maths today. I'm sorry about my scruffy writing. I really do try, but it's very hard with a mouse. Have a lovely maths lesson, and I will see you soon.